Hey Simmers, I'm Erin, I play The Sims, and you are watching the next episode of the 100die Fundie Baby Challenge. You guys, Grim is here for our beautiful How Now. Oh, I feel so bad. This is a challenge where we take the 100 Baby Challenge to Weird Culty Fundy Church. How Now, who has been with us since, oh gosh, our oldest children were knee-high to a grasshopper, is meeting her end. The girls are off to school. How Now has been a great cow, okay? One last pet. Oh no. Well, Grim, the angel of death, the instrument of the Watcher, is taking How Now to the beautiful save file in the sky. Guys, I think we are probably not going to be getting another livestock animal. I think that James and Beth are aging, right? James was all about the farm, and that's just not a where the priority is now. He is aging, he is slowing down. He's gonna do his gardening, his farming, but he's not gonna do ranching. Ranching is like farming animals. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna be here for. Oh gosh, he's tense because he didn't eat healthy food. Okay, well, our simoleons are a little bit lacking. We're gonna be earning some today. What is Bonnie? I'm sorry, not Bonnie. Beth. Beth is, listen, she's doing the same thing she's always done. She's taking care of the clothing situation for everybody in the house. She is kind of passing that on. Meanwhile, Bonnie and Limestone are trying their level best to pass on their genes to the next generation, to do their part in the 100-year plan. We'll give them a little bit of privacy to do that. I don't know how successful that's going to be because, guys, we have Wonderful Whims installed, so we're going to have menstrual cycles. Oh boy, it's Cookies. Aw, why don't we give Cookies a nice hug, rub. Hopefully that'll de-stress us a little. I don't know, because I need him to tend this garden. I need him to make simoleons. But you guys, that brings me with Wonderful Whims and menstrual cycles to the resources for this episode. This is going to be a very resource-driven season. It is my plan to have resources everywhere. You can at least, let's nurture these beetles if you're not gonna tend your garden, okay? Let's get this done. Oh, our chickens are gonna pass too. I feel bad. So let's pause here. Let's take a look at the resources that we do have that are going to be guiding us when it comes to menstrual cycles. Because did you guys know that they have rules for married life with a woman with menstrual cycles? Oh, payback scheme. For a week now, a kid has been taking Ruby's chips. Ooh, not Ruby. And today he took her brownie too. It's time for Ruby to take a stand. The way she sees it, there are two choices in kid law: public shaming or private revenge. Okay, so she's evil. Okay, she's actually evil. She wants to make an enemy. I believe that she would lean on the peanut gallery. She's that kind of mean. Private revenge does not put enough negative attention on the target of her ire, right? She's going to teach him. The public shame. Oh no. Ruby waits until the cafeteria monitor is near, then shouts for the mean kid to unhand her food. The monitor quickly walks over and scolds the mean kid in front of everybody. Ooh, all that, and Ruby gets her bag of chips too. Well, good for her. I think that definitely felt good, vindicating, righteous for her. And yeah, I think that Ruby's quite proud of herself. I think that she's probably going to be doing a lot of that to undeserving Sims, I think so. So anyway, resources. The resource that I have for you today is from pathos.com. I'm going to be blurring some of these words because I don't know how YouTube feels about them, and replacing them with Sims terms. So yay. But it's titled Gothard's Woohoo Rules, Marital Consent, What's That? This is an in-depth article and goes into different places that I'm going to take it, but I would like to draw your attention. This author purchased a used textbook from the Advanced Training Seminar that was referenced last episode. It's this meeting place, advanced seminars, basic seminars. These seminars in the 80s and 90s were like Fundy gatherings that they would go to if you were dedicated, and they were to receive specific instructions about his Rima personal revelations that were given to him by he believed God to dictate how to live a successful Christian walk. I have up before you the little blurb that she uses to preface what she is going to be outlining, and that's really what I'm going to be using is the rules that Gothard, during one of his advanced training seminars, intimated to his followers about when they should and should not be engaging in woohoo. The practice of not participating in woohoo is called abstinence, and the Fundy world loves to use that. The evangelical world loves to use that. So in times of marriage, a woman is to be generally available for her husband, except Gothard preached in these 4 times, and I've seen a 5th one out there. So we'll go over that too. During the menstrual cycle, so while a woman, the 1st through 7 days of her menstrual cycle, no woohoo. 7 days after the menstrual cycle, so that's a full 7 days after she stops bleeding. 40 days after the birth of a son, according to conventional medical advice, and you should definitely listen to that before you listen to me or anyone else who is not qualified to be giving it. It's about 8 weeks that you should be waiting after the birth of any baby. 80 days after the birth of a daughter. And then he lists Bible verses that he believes backs this stuff up. And some of it loosely does. Others of it really don't at all. It's kind of a Gothard calling card that he takes verses that kind of mean a little bit. You could sort of glean it that way. And he really tries to drive and bend them to what he wants to say. I have also seen reports, and I'll put in the resource down below, that also abstaining from woohoo the night before worship service should be practiced. Now, he argues that the first 4 are found in the Bible. The 5th isn't found anywhere in the Bible. That's actually something from more like medieval Catholicism. And I don't know how he arrived there, to be honest. So with things like a menstrual cycle, like Miss Bonnie is going to be experiencing, Beth should not be. So I'll have to make sure that I adjust those settings. Actually, let me go in there now. Okay, I think since Beth is an elder, she should not be experiencing a menstrual cycle. We'll see. If any of you are Wonderful Whimmers or Wonderful Whimsters, please let me know. Just setting everybody's what they have to do. Limestone, for some reason, is in his wedding attire, so he's going to be changing. And let's actually enter a competition because he and Cookies have been putting in the work on their honeymoon. He and Bonnie did get married, and as we saw last episode, had their honeymoon right in Hinford-on-Bagley, and they had a great time. Cookies came, he put in some work. We're gonna do, right now, I think he's going to be, should we do rodeo? Oh no, he's not all prepared. Oh, we actually need to do some jumping practice. So I think that's what we're going to be doing. So he's going to go and get on Cookies, get some training done. Bonnie is actually making a cake because it is time that these girls aged up. High time that these girls aged up. You know what? I actually need to turn on aging. Let's pause here. I am going to turn aging on only for the active households because you guys, we're going to be rotationally playing all side households and everything for them. By the way, let's apply these changes. If you guys wanted to, now would be a great time to submit other Fundy families to the hashtag 100die Fundie. That way I can see them and put them in the world. I think that they are going to stay, the new Mr. and Mrs. Joseph, are going to stay in, what is love? We found an unsent love letter from Ruby to her teacher in her desk today. Nothing racy, but we thought you should know. First of all, as we know from last episode, Ruby is to be pursued. okay? Ruby's almost going to be the last one to know if someone were to be courting her. Second of all, I hope that's a male teacher. Third of all, that's an adult. So we're to talk about appropriate woohoo. She would be in such big trouble. Yes. Okay. So as I was saying before, now would be a great time. I do think that Bonnie and Stone, hello, Charity, Hugo, Villarreal, and I were planning to spend some. I don't think you should do that. Hugo is not a Fundy. We don't do that. I think that Bonnie and Limestone are going to be spending their time here until Beth and James pass. Let's add some birthday candles to this so that nobody eats it. I also need to check to see if the other cake has candles on it, because we need to be doing that. This is a sugar-free carob cake. So yay to the girl who gets to blow that out. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is the Kea period tracker. It's part of the Wonderful Whims. It says, hello, Bonnie. This is your Kea period tracker report. Currently, you're on day 5 of your cycle out of 10 days. PMS would be coming in 3 days. Her period would start in 5 days. The next most fertile day is coming up in 3 days. So that's going to be Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, good. So it's not a Saturday. The next ovulation day is coming up in 4 days. Okay. She would be tracking her period. That would be like a second Bible to her period calendar. She would know when her cycle started. And as I've said before, this isn't just a religion of, hey, we're going to not use birth control. We're going to trust the watcher. We're going to let, what happens happen when we woohoo and we do married things. And, whatever happens, we just trust as a blessing from the watcher. No. You are to be tracking your period for the purposes of increasing your fertility. Every time you are ovulating, you are really to be trying to have a baby. To not do so would be to kind of reject the watcher's blessing. It would be seen as a sort of defiance or as a sin in some cases. So Bonnie really doesn't have an easy time ahead of her, especially being newer to the faith. Oh, Chronicles is getting on in age, Ezra. Oh boy. Bonnie, sweetie, stop chatting with Beth. Beth is not talking to you. She needs to go and clean the coop. We're getting these cakes made. The girls are going to be aged up. As you guys know, that means that we are going to be rolling for our gender and sexuality. We're going to be rolling, obviously, for traits. Yes. Wonderful. Love that for you. Look at this man on his horse. Just listen. He's got to be a Simstagram star. Okay. The show really kind of tipped him over the Fundy Bachelor. Now he is on the world's radar. He has the world's ear. He better use it for the watcher, right? The watcher has blessed him with these great looks. Let's enter an intermediate competition. We have the skills required. Perfect. We're going to confirm. And let's stop training now. Let's go to our horse competition. Good job, guys. Love that dedication. We're going to go to our horse competition. He's going to be off earning for the day. It's not going to be a lot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, she wants to talk to her mother-in-law. I love that for you, but I need you to add some birthday cakes. This does not look appealing. It does look very healthy, and I could see Bonnie really trying very hard to impress her mother-in-law. Her husband is really into health food, maybe whole foods because of how he grew up. And listen, she's got a lot of pressure to be able to perform up to his standards, right? Speaking of performing up to standards, this whole sort of surrogating their her sister-in-laws and helping to raise them is doing a lot of training that maybe she would have missed out on as a young girl, but she's got her own family to make. So we're going to take a pregnancy test. We're going to see if we are expecting or not, and she's not pregnant. How does she feel about that? Oh, She failed to conceive. Baby, it is okay. You're just not at a fertile point right now. And she knows that, right? I think she's probably going to talk to her mother-in-law. She's sitting here reminiscing probably about all of the times that they had as a family, about all of her children. Let's ask about our mother-in-law's day. We don't feel particularly good. And so, we're just gonna invest in others, in other people. So we feel like a failure. I'm guessing, excuse me, ma'am, can you not reminisce anymore? Let's talk. There we go. Perfect. Yay, we're entering an endurance race competition. I hope that goes well. I really do. Yay, we are talking. Honestly, I think that she's probably going to be pretty tight-lipped with her mother-in-law about why exactly she's feeling this way. But she wants advice, just, marital advice, family advice. You're so fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you. I think that Beth kind of senses where she is in the marriage and has guessed stellar. Ruby can surely enjoy this weekend knowing she's one of the top students. Yes. Okay, both A students. Good for them. Oh, she doesn't like hipster fashion. Sorry about that. But listen, I don't think fundies do anyway. We're going to wait for their brother to come home. But these little girls are getting ready to age up. It's been a hot minute since I have done so, but there are actually guidelines that I play by. Normally, their child skills have to be, up pretty high in gender appropriate skills, whatever that means for the challenge you're playing, or what cult you're trying to play as. And for them, that would be like creativity for girls, social for girls, motor and mental would be for boys. Topaz is, yeah, we can talk to Topaz. And both of these girls have that. They do have high mental skills. It's not that fundies are dumb or that fundies expect their girls to be dumb. That's just, whoa. Yay! We got silver. Okay, so it wasn't gold, but it was silver. Good for us. Look at this champion horse. So proud of himself. Good job. Limestone is just coming home. Bonnie, how about you greet your provider with a kiss? We better just hug lovingly. We are in front of the littles, Is he hungry? He is hungry. I'm sorry. You can't eat. We're about to have a little birthday party. Oh my gosh, you guys. So no pregnancy yet. She's probably going to be telling him about that, congratulating him on his win. He is the provider, the breadwinner. It is her job to continuously stroke his ego. Oh, how sweet. He does like affection. He absolutely, whoa. Okay, I'm glad the girls were not here to see this, but listen, they're a newly married couple. This is why newly married couples are encouraged to get their own place, but not in the 100die Fundie Baby Challenge. Homework complete, perfect, wonderful. I think that he's actually really proud of himself. He wants to hold hands with Bonnie, so we'll do that like there's no one around. And aw. I think that they are just in the honeymoon phase. She's not feeling the greatest, but she feels good in her affection with Limestone. She feels like she's at least providing as a wife. She has been counseled probably by Beth that they are young in their marriage and that this is okay to struggle. It's just all on the watcher's timing, It's not quite dinner time, but I think I would like Miss Citrine to get all aged up. Ooh. She's finished her homework. And so, yeah, I think actually both girls I kind of want. Yeah, we'll get both of them going. Can you talk to your husband, please? Yeah, let's talk about the watcher. Everybody is just eating some breakfast dinner. Ooh, here goes Citrine. Good girl, sweetie. Perfect. Oh, I think we're going to... And there's, okay, we have the moment that they blew out the candles. Ooh, Citrine has aged up. She was active. What else are we getting? Romantic. Oh my gosh, she has romance level 3. Okay, so this young lady is really going to love. I can envision her already wanting to be courted, to be chased, to have her heart won, okay? So there are 16 aspirations that she could have. I'm going to number them 1 through 16 and ask my phone to pick for me. Show me a number between 1 and 16. It didn't tell you, and I don't know why, but it's 4. Oh no, deviance. No, honey. Okay. So I'm okay with Seeker of Secrets. I'm okay. I don't want Villainous Valentine for her. Well, number 1 through 4 and see what we get. Show me a number between 1 and 4. 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So she's the chief of mischief. Okay. So she likes pranks. All right. She's romantic. That's fine. That's okay. That jives a little bit better with Citrine. She's just a jokester. Okay. Great. And in keeping with the jokes, like, she's gorgeous. She looks, whoa, like quartz. Ruby aged up. Ruby was evil. She is also a bro. Oh no. Okay. She also has romance level 3. Lovely. We're going to pick an aspiration. Show me a number between 1 and 16. My phone picked 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, location based. Okay, loving that. So there are 7 options here. Show me a number between 1 and 7. It has 2. So 1, 2. She wants a perfectly pristine home as an evil bro. Ruby is all over the place. But also beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so guys, I am going to see you in Cass, where I will give these girls a nice Fundy makeover. All right, so Citrine aged up. Definitely these clothes are not going to work. We'll focus on the makeover in a minute. First of all, can we fix those eyebrows? This girl looks both like Leaf to me and Quartz before Quartz and Leaf transitioned. So much similarity between them. Different shades of hair though. I do like that we have different shades of brown and that it randomly assigned her a different shade. Let's roll your gender very first. So you guys know I like to roll out of 10. And there is a super sacred number that if it is rolled, and I'm putting it up on the screen now, would mean that Citrine is transgender. Show me a number between 1 and 10. 4. Okay, it showed me 4. So Citrine is cisgendered. Citrine maintains a feminine frame. She prefers feminine clothing. She can become pregnant. Will produce all that. Now for her orientation, again, we roll out of 10. We have a 1 in 10 odd. That same sacred number is what we would roll if Citrine were something other than heterosexual. Show me a number between 1 and 10. 10 is what it showed me. So she is heterosexual. So Citrine is attracted to men. She is not exploring romantically. And she is only interested in mess around with men. Well, she's not really interested in mess around with anyone. We're not supposed to be, at least. So let's give her a little makeover. She is mischievous. She's athletic. She's romantic. So that is a very broad and varied range of personality traits. I love to see it. I'm not quite sure exactly how this is going to fit. In a Fundy lifestyle, like what she would look like. Perhaps she will have a spirit that a husband would be looking to curb. Maybe she struggles with taking things super seriously. Maybe that's how she processes the very real trauma that this life is bringing upon her. Maybe this is a lot of stress, thinking that your eternity is always in peril, and that your behavior could have everlasting effects, not just on you, but on the people around you or the Sims around you. Perhaps that is what is driving this for Citrine. It could just be that she's a naturally funny gal. Her sister has been picking on her since they were in the womb. So she's probably had to develop a very thick skin. And maybe that's sort of how she minimizes Citrine's cruelness, is just by laughing about it, and it makes her feel kind of powerful in a powerless situation. Oh my gosh, her sister has unknowingly been training her for Fundy life, potential Fundy life. Obviously, Fundy men would not specifically endorse any kind of mistreatment of their wives in the best of circumstances. They are being guided by the Watcher to be absolutely appropriate headships of their households. But then, reality sets in. And when you shift the power dynamic so heavily in one person's benefit, it's really hard to not abuse that dynamic, especially when there's so much pressure. So let's see about some long hair. Definitely, I think James and Beth have a preference for them to keep it long. This is like Bonnie's hair, and I know both of the girls really admire Bonnie. So, maybe we could emulate that. Citrine is a yellow stone, so we could do yellow hair accessories. You know what? I really think that I like this Love Struck hair for her, the long, voluminous, blown out, curled look. I think that would be very keeping with Gothard's teaching on countenance. Let's do some long dresses for this young miss. We'll bring up some yellow long dresses. We could do, listen, we're going into winter. Actually, we're going to spring. This is the last weekend actually of winter. I mean, maybe this would be appropriate for an everyday. This certainly would not. We can see way too much like shoulder, like, oh, scandalous. This wouldn't be bad. I just don't think it's very fitting for where she's at, I actually don't think I mind this. I know it's very like matronly, but these girls would have a lot of pressure to sort of cover that up until the Watcher revealed them to their perfect husband, like perfectly picked out husband. So I think I kind of like this. Actually, I lied. I wanted to go a little bit more country with it. I think this little peasant top is super cute. It does accentuate the girls a little bit, but that's fine. We're just gonna pretend like it's not there. I also want to give Citrine, she is athletic, like just naturally athletic. So I wonder if she might be a little bit more of a tomboy. Maybe she doesn't go so heavily into the makeup. I do think that it would be probably expected by her mother that she do some kind of makeup. Like that's just sort of a house standard. She needs to know that she can do it when she gets into her own house. She can, she's free to interpret what the Watcher wants of her and the effort that that the Watcher wants her to put into her countenance. But while she is under Beth and James' roof, she will follow Beth and James's rules. And so she will be learning how to do tasteful makeup. And being a romantic sim, I do think that there's not a whole lot of clashing with mom and dad on this. She wants to be romanced, and she sees or has been raised to think of makeup as telling at least the folks in her circle that she is ready to partner, right? She wants to be desirable to the men that she would like the Watcher to speak on her behalf to, all that. So I think she does it. I don't think we'll go lashes. I think that would probably cross the line into vanity for them, even though that doesn't make sense. But in their world, it kind of would. But she does do a full face of makeup. She just does more natural looking makeup to accentuate what the Watcher gave her. So I'll go ahead and do the rest of her outfits, and I will meet you back here. All right, my dears, here is our Citrine Joseph. We've seen her everyday outfit. Here is her formal, just something nice, plain yellow, gets the point across. It's formal, we understand. This is the Fundy athletic wear. We'll do her sleepwear next. Again, pretty standard for all the Joseph girls. They get a long nightgown. Party wear is, we're going to Life and Death for this. I thought that this had like a cute country charm about it. We've got swimwear. I just decided to put her in something different. It was still covering everything, but it's just a little different than what we've had before. So hot weather wear, that is a lot of cleavage, but we're just going to ignore it. I got so bored of everything else. I just wanted her in something different. And then here is her cold weather wear. I think she looks actually very cute in this. So now that Citrine is done, let's move over to her mean queen sister, Miss Ruby Joseph, who wants to live in a a perfectly pristine home. She is evil. She is a bro. So I'm not quite sure. She is so cute, by the way. I'm not quite sure where bro fits in to her personality. I would have expected that with her sister, not her. I also would have expected Citrine's aspiration category to be for Ruby, not Citrine. So I've had a little bit of surprises and I'm not quite sure what to do with that. I'm totally open. Comment, tell me what you think. How does this hit you? I totally get wanting to live in a pristine, like maybe she's very, very controlling. I think maybe that's where the bro comes in, actually. Maybe she wants to be socially in control. Maybe she'll be one of those wives. Where's Red? There it is, right at the top. Maybe she'll be one of those wives that really runs the household. For her husband, he's there to be the headship and the leader out in front, but she's really pulling the strings behind the scenes, and she's quite happy with that. I could see that happening, actually. Oh my. Okay, this is a lot going on, guys. I don't hate this hair for her. I think I'm going to let her keep that. That seems to, jive very well with Fundy for me. Let's see. There's this. That's a lot of arm. Oh boy. I do think Citrine probably, they're both beautiful, both Citrine and Ruby, but I think Citrine is more conventionally beautiful. Blonde hair. She's got even the red. Red would be a very tempting color. Like if colors had personalities, I guess. Oh, that's kind of cute. That would be very tempting. Usually Fundies don't wear a lot of red. It's not expressly prohibited, of course, but it's not the first choice. Red, drums, things that are supposed to be getting your heart beating, that can cause you to stumble. So by and large, red, especially like a deep red, is avoided. Okay, this is what I've come up with for her everyday wear. I don't know that it's going to be, maybe she doesn't like living out in the country because it's like dusty and she can't get it clean enough. I didn't even notice her eyebrows there. Listen, I love a strong eyebrow game, but let's pluck them maybe a little further apart. Yes, those are better. I think we can get her in a nice necklace, probably something like pearls. I want her to wait. Oh my goodness, wait. I think because it's shocked me that she has wanted to emulate Bonnie so much, but I think that that's more of like trying to mimic what she sees as a good image. I think that she genuinely likes Bonnie, and I think that she knows that Bonnie is likable. Let's take that off. I think that it's a little bit more red. Oh, that doesn't look like her at all to me. Okay, we're gonna go back to the other one. Yeah, that's a little bit better. She's gonna give off like wifey vibes, but like not country wifey vibes to me. Let's do some makeup. You know what? Okay, that's a good makeup look, I think, for her. She looks so much older. I think maybe we should mess with her hair a little. This is what she had as a child. That does look a little younger to me. Then again, that could work. I think I kind of like this. Okay. Oh my gosh, you know what? We didn't do her roles yet. So, very first, let's roll for Ruby's gender. Pick a number between 1 and 10. 6. Okay, it rolled a 6, so she is cisgendered. Now for her orientation, pick a number between 1 and 10. Ooh, another 6. Okay, so she is straight. She is heterosexual. So both she and her sister are straight women, not exploring romantically. Oh, this one. Okay, perfect. There we go. So she's going to be able to have like both of them would be able to have traditional Fundy marriages. Now, we don't know if they're going to stay. Okay, so here's what I've come up with for her everyday wear. I thought, I don't know, like I just want something that makes her look a little bit younger than the dress that I had her in before, but still keeps her kind of prim and proper and looking perfect. She's got to have that facade. I think that she's had a lot of discipline as a young girl about how we're just not mean to people. I don't think that I mean, she is evil. She's literally evil. But I think maybe it comes from a place of jealousy. I don't know that the answer is to just totally pity her. I think there is some of her that really just does like to see other Sims suffer like they deserve it. I think she really locks in to the transactional punishment legalistic side of her cult, and it makes a lot of sense to her. The wrath of the watcher, all of that. But I I think that she's for what works for her, but I think it comes from a place of needing protection. Is she going to get counseling? No, she's not here. So what I will do is I'll meet you back here in a few minutes once I have given her a full Fundy makeover. All right, guys, we are back. We've got Ruby in her everyday, which you have seen. We've got her in her formal wear. I know that this is a plunging neckline and backline, but we're just not seeing. We're forgiving because I'm bored at this point. Here is the only athletic wear that I ever put the girls in. She's a Fundy. There we go. We've got her sleepwear. We've got her party wear. It's a little younger, a little shorter line, but covered head to foot. Swimwear. We've got our hot weather wear and our cold weather wear. So I think I was a little bit harsh. I don't really know what to do with Ruby, to be very honest. I don't know that I just want her to be evil. Now, we did think at one point that Leaf was going to be like one of those Fundy women. Maybe that's Ruby. Maybe Ruby is one of those Fundy women. That could be it, but I would be really interested to hear your thoughts. Okay, guys, let's pop back into game. All right, guys, I think that is probably going to do it for the episode. Oh my gosh, we don't have one child left in this household. Minors, yes, but not actual children. Why are you guys... Okay, cool person. Awesome. I was wondering why they were just staring at each other. Goodness gracious. So, wow, you're married now. Congratulations. Really the best day. The girls want to be best friends with Bonnie. Like, become best friends with Ruby is actually Bonnie's interest. I think that she sees that Ruby struggles a little bit. We see that Citrine, I think I'm going to call her Cece, just wants to be best friends with Bonnie. So does Ruby. So I feel like they're kind of competing for Bonnie's attention. She is a woman who's not much older than them. So I feel like they kind of aspire to be her in a lot of ways, just because the rest of their siblings are so much older than them. Mischief level 3. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, we are going to leave this little Fundy family to enjoy their evening. Normally I record a couple of days, but we've just had, birthdays and stuff that have happened. So, guys, I would be very interested to hear your thoughts on the episode, on some of the things that we went over. Oh my. He's given her a nice kiss on the cheek. What are you guys doing? He's going to go stretch. She's going to chat with the horse. Okay, that's appropriate. That's fine. Can you work on being friends with one of the girls? Perfect. Okay, so remember, guys, to upload your families. We will be going back over the families that you have already uploaded. Next time we move, I want to make sure that we have our parents' graves and urns with us. So we're going to be staying here for a little while. But nothing saying that you cannot upload to the hashtag. This weekend, guys, we have an oldest son to remarry off. We're going to be streaming Jasper's wedding. Jasper and Clem's wedding. So very excited about that, to do that with everybody. We will have a members first live stream where we are rotationally playing some of the other families that are not related to us in Chestnut Ridge for now. So if you are interested in that and you are interested in membership, then make sure that you have that all squared away so that you can do it live with us. In the meantime, guys, I hope you have had a wonderful week. I hope that this week in December is treating you well. Watch or bless. And as always, happy simming.